Hello everyone. Today we'll study radiobiology of particularly considering the cell division. So आज हमारा मेन फोकस है सेल डिवीजन. आपको पता है सेल डिवीजन बड़ी डिटेल से आप लोग पढ़ चुके हैं आपकी प्रीवियस स्टडीज़ में, बट ओवर हेयर वी विल हैव टू जस्ट रिव्यू दैट व्हाट यू हैव स्टडीड सो फार के ह्यूमन सेल डिवीजन क्या है और उनकी टाइप्स क्या है. Learning outcomes of this lecture will be what is cell proliferation and then cell cycle, and after that we will study the mitosis, where the mitosis is having different stages of prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. उसके बाद मियोसिस आता है और आपको पता है कि बाकी हम पढ़ेंगे कि टिश्यूज़ ऑर्गन्स कैसे हमारे पास बेसिस बनती है. इसको अगर आप देखें, ये जो पर्टिकुलर आपके पास सामने नज़र आ रहा है, ये जो डायग्राम है कि द डीएनए रेप्लिकेशन हैपन्स, देन द डीएनए बीइंग, आप देखिए क्रोमोसोम्स प्रॉपर बन गए, हाफ ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम्स बिकम अ फुल क्रोमोसोम, देन द सेल डिवीजन हैपन्स एंड देन हाफ ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम्स गोज टू like two, like a one parent DNA replicates into a true one, जो कि टू डिप्लॉयड सेल्स बन जाते हैं. दिस हाउ द होल प्रोसेस इज दैट वी विल स्टडी देम इन वेरी डिटेल. खास तौर पे आप देखेंगे अब आगे. सेल प्रोलिफरेशन क्या चीज़ है? बाय सेल प्रोलिफरेशन वी मीन्स के सेल डिवीजन. प्रोलिफरेशन मीन्स डिवीजन, मल्टीप्लाइंग. सो इट्स एन एक्ट ऑफ द सेल टू रिप्रोड्यूस एंड मल्टीप्लाई अ नंबर. So if you can say normally the cell division happens because that's how the growth of a person occurs. But अगर ये uncontrolled cell division हो जाए, we call it the uncontrolled proliferation. So then this particular term is called cancer. So आपको पता है कि हमारे पास दो किस्म के cells है. One is somatic cells, the other are genetic cells. Somatic cells are the all body cells. That could be bone cells, muscle cells, बाकी बॉडी में जितनी है ब्लड सेल्स वगैरह सारा आप देखें. सो दीज आर द सोमेटिक सेल्स. अब आते हैं हम जेनेटिक सेल के बारे में. तो जेनेटिक सेल्स आर द सेल्स दैट आर एक्चुअली द रिप्रोडक्टिव सेल्स. इसको हम ओगोनियम या स्पर्मेटोगोनियम भी कहते हैं. एंड बाय ओगोनियम वी मीन्स द एग एंड स्पर्मेटोगोनियम वी मीन्स स्पर्म्स. So all the body cells are somatic cells, and somatic cells proliferate by mitosis. So somatic cell division happens by the process we call it the mitosis. And genetic cells, the genetic cells undergo by the process it is known as a meiosis. If you look at the radiobiology, what is the effect of the radiation on these particular cells, so you need many gray. Gray is obviously that's the unit of the radiation. So you need several rays, and there is a conversion, particular conversion of between the rays and that of gray. So you need a several amount of gray, a high radiation, in order to make a damage to a particular cell. So over here you can see there is a single cell, the division happens, and then it proceeds to where the cell division happens, and then equal number of the chromatins, the chromatids, and all of the cell organelles happen. It has been distributed between the two. The parent cell goes into two daughter cells having equal things. अब हमारे पास अगर रेडिएशन आके फट जाती है, so the damage can happen to a particular cell. That damage can proceed toward जो फर्दर प्रोसेसिंग में जा सकता है. बट और है, if the damage hasn't happened, then the cell process in a normal way. Now the cell cycle overall, the geneticist, the people who are working with the genes and all of it, we call it the geneticist. They divide the cell into two particular phases. They call it the mitotic phase, which is this phase is a small phase, we call it the mitotic phase, and then this whole process or whole phase we call it the interphase. So it is divided between the interphase and that of the mitosis. Then somatic cell divide by the process we call it the mitosis, and mitosis having four different stages in it. We call it this mitosis. It is having four stages. We call it the prophase, metaphase, anaphase and telophase. Why do we call these phases? Is because of the fact that there are certain things that happen in each of this step. So उसकी बुनियाद पे हम इसको कहते हैं प्रोफेज, मेटाफेज, एनाफेज एंड टेलोफेज. अब हमारे पास actually the portion of the cell cycle, this whole cycle, the portion of the cell cycle between the two consecutive mitosis, like this mitosis, when the mitosis ends, so the interphase starts, and when the mitosis starts, then the interphase ends. So it's actually the portion of the cell cycle between the mitotic events. This particular sequence is called the interphase. So what happens in the interphase? In the mitosis, the cell division happens, but in interphase, it's the cell growth that happens. Why? The cell growth is needed for the division. So cell growth is very important. In whole of the cell cycle, if we see, there is the mitosis phase, mitotic phase, and then after that is a G1, and after the G2 is a S phase, and then stage, and then there is a G2 stage. And there are another stage we call the G0 stage. Why that is important? G0 phase is also important. We'll study later on. Phases are characterized. How did we have divided these particular stages? So we have stages or phases. These stages and phases are being divided based on the appearance of the chromosome or different characteristics of the chromosomes in a particular stage. So that's why we have divided this whole, that's the basis for the division. In the cell cycle, when the cell, there are two daughter cells that forms, it reaches to the G1. So G1 is actually the pre-DNA synthesis phase. This is the pre-DNA synthesis phase where the cellular contents, excluding the chromosomes, are duplicated. So all of the other contents, that is like mitochondria, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, all of these, the cytoplasm, anything in the cytoplasm, these are the cellular contents that are being duplicated. Only the chromosomes are not duplicated here. If the mitosis happens and the cell enters into a G1, then there is a check. Either this particular, there are genes that they allow this particular division to happen or not. Because in certain condition, you may well be aware, there are certain types of cells. For example, the brain cells. The brain cells doesn't divide at all. Why the brain cells doesn't need to be divided? Because there are certain types of cells that doesn't need division, and it shouldn't be divided. Because if the brain cells are being duplicated and it start growth, so it will be an abnormal one, not a normal one. So for that case, that are being controlled, like neuron cells. So that's why this is called the cell cycle arrest. Here they will stop the cell cycle to go further for the duplication, division and all. So basically the G1, S and G2, this interphase is actually something that that's the time, or that's the phase which is important to carry or prepare the cell, the particular cell for the mitosis. So this is the cape in the cell growth between the the mitosis and synthesis, between them as G1. Then we'll the cell from here, it will go into the synthesis phase. In the synthesis phase, it's called the S phase. Actually the S means stands for the synthesis. That's the synthesis phase, where the DNA has been duplicated into two identical daughter cells. How each of the 46 chromosome is duplicated by the cell side, cell. Over here you can see that there is a 46 amount of the the chromosomes. They are being duplicated. Have a look that they are being duplicated here. So that's the synthesis phase. Chromosomes transfer from the two chromatids. Centromere is in the center. 4 chromatids are being formed. So over here is the centromere. Only 2 chromatids are attached. Over here there are 4 chromatids attached with the central centromere. results in the two pair of the homologous chromatids, same DNA content and structure. So over here they are having same DNA content and structure. Then the cell will proceed from the synthesis into the G2, where the double check happens in order if there is an error, जो duplication में कहीं हुई तो नहीं है, क्रोमोसोम्स को चेक करते हैं यहाँ पे, तो कोई रिपेयर वगैरह की ज़रूरत हो तो यहाँ पे करते हैं. सो दैट्स द फेज जो पोस्ट डीएनए सिंथेसिस है और ख़ास तौर पे सेल ग्रोथ के लिए ज़रूरी है. फिर उसके बाद हमारे पास आ जाता है माइटोसिस ओवर है, कि ये माइटोसिस आ जाता है जिसमें बहुत सारे स्टेप्स हैं. माइटोसिस में क्या है, क्रोमोसोम्स आर नॉट विजिबल. आप देखिए यहाँ पे क्रोमोसोम्स विजिबल नहीं है. यहाँ पे ये जो न्यूक्लियोलस में आप देखें, न्यूक्लियस में देखें तो क्रोमोसोम्स नहीं है हमारे पास विजिबल. फिर यहाँ पे इंटरफेज जो कि G2 है, यहाँ ये सेंट्रोमेर स्टार्ट टू डिवाइड, ये डिवीजन हो जाती है उसके, और ये स्टार्ट टू कम टू दिस साइड. सो अर्लियर प्रोफेज इज समथिंग जो कि दोनों पोल्स पे हमारे पास स्पिंडल फाइबर्स आ जाते हैं, स्पिंडल फाइबर शुरू हो जाते हैं, एंड देन the chromosome start to appear within the center of the nucleus. तो आप देखें कि DNA slowly take the shape of the chromosomes, खासतौर पे अर्ली प्रोफेज में. फिर प्रोफेज हमारे पास जब प्रॉपरली स्टार्ट हो जाता है तो उसमें आप देखें कि न्यूक्लियस स्वेल अप हो जाता है, DNA प्रोमिनेंट हो जाता है और स्ट्रक्चर अपेयरेंस हो जाती है. तो देखें इसकी स्ट्रक्चर अपेयरेंस हो गई है. यहाँ पे स्पिंडल फाइबर अटैच हो जाते हैं यहाँ पे और लेट प्रोफेज में, और सेंटर से ही क्या हो जाता है कि मेटाफेज में देखें आप, मेटाफेज में आप देखें तो यहाँ क्या करते हैं, क्रोमोसोम्स अपेयर और लाइन अप इन इक्वेटर ऑफ द न्यूक्लियस. तो यहाँ न्यूक्लियस पे इक्वेटर पे ये देखिए बिल्कुल अरेंज हो गए. सेंट्रोमेयर जो स्पिंडल फाइबर्स है वो सेंट्रोमेयर के सेंटर पे इनको स्प्लिट कर दे हैं, और ख़ासतौर पे ये एनाफेज में हो जाता है. एनाफेज में क्या है, स्प्लिटिंग ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम्स एट द सेंट्रोमेयर. उसके बाद क्रोमेटिड्स अटैच होते हैं विद द फाइबर्स, स्पिंडल फाइबर्स के साथ, और हाफ गोज टूवर्ड वन साइड एंड हाफ गोज टूवर्ड द अदर साइड, एंड देन दिस जो हमारे पास ये सेल मतलब सेल मेम्ब्रेन जो है, सेल मेम्ब्रेन स्टार्ट टू यहाँ पे क्लीवेज शुरू हो जाता है, नैरोइंग शुरू हो जाती है, और उसके बाद ये क्या है कि इट स्टार्ट टू डिवाइड, और ख़ासतौर पे टेलोफेज में जाके ये दो हमारे पास न्यूक्लियाई बन जाते हैं. सो क्रोमोसोम्स इनटू डीएनए में कन्वर्ट हो जाते हैं, टू न्यूक्लियाई, मेम्ब्रेन कवरिंग और साइटोप्लाज्म डिवीजन हो जाती है. सो ओवर हियर इन दिस एनिमेशन यू कैन सी कि हमारे पास सेल स्टार्ट्स, एंड दिस इज एक्चुअली अ सिंगल फिनोमेना, बट वी हैव डिवाइडेड देम बेस्ड ऑन देयर द डीएनए अपीयरेंस. ख़ासतौर पे डीएनए के साथ क्या हो रहा है, तो इस वजह से इट्स अ सिंगल साइकिल, डिफ़िकल्ट टू स्प्लिट और या डिवाइड करना या डिफरेंशिएट करना बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट होता है. बट एनी हाउ दैट्स द डिस्क्रिप्शन कि हमारे पास कैसे कैसे किस किस स्टेज में क्या क्या होते हैं. मियोसिस हमारे पास क्या है, मियोसिस हमारे पास यही है कि जेनेटिक मटीरियल चेंजेस बाय डिवीजन प्रोसेस, जिसको मियोसिस कहते हैं. ख़ास तौर पे इसके जो 46 नंबर ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम्स है, दे हैव बीन हाफ्ड. हाफ मींस 23 नंबर में आ जाते हैं. सो आमतौर पे हमारे पास जेनेटिक सेल्स जो होते हैं या सोमेटिक सेल, ये आमतौर पे हमारे पास 46 इसमें क्रोमोसोम्स होते हैं या 23 पेयर्स होते हैं. अगर कि देयर आर टू जेनेटिक सेल, वन egg from the egg which is called ogonium and the other from spermatogonium, if they want to get a marriage, like they want to come close together, so there should be half number. Why half number? Because when they come close together, so half and half will fuse together, they will form the total number of the 46, जो कि हमारे पास यूनियन से रिजल्टेंट बिकॉज ऑफ द यूनियन या 46 क्रोमोसोम आ जाते हैं. वो बहुत ज़रूरी है हमारे लिए, क्योंकि इट कांट बी कि 46 आके 46 के साथ मिल जाते हैं. इट नेवर हैपन्स. दिस इज़ नॉट ह्यूमन. ह्यूमन ट्रेट्स विल बी इफ देयर आर 46 क्रोमोसोम्स. सो अ फेज जो कि सेम एज G2 फेज एंड हैव कंप्लीटेड प्रोग्रेस इनटू टू डॉटर सेल्स बाय माइटोसिस. पहला हमारे पास माइटोसिस होता है. सिमिलर इज़ द केस के पहले हमारे पास G2 फेज से जाके इसके पूरी तैयारी होती है, चेकअप होता है. इसके बाद जब प्रोग्रेस करते हैं इनटू द माइटोसिस, So half of the total number has been divided into the half, and further these half are being halved, by further processing. That's the meiosis. So each daughter cell progresses into a second division. All material including chromosomes are divided. Second division not accompanied by any S phase because no replication of the DNA occurs. We don't need it because that's another process called meiosis. In meiosis we need only half number. So that's why we don't need any synthesis phase कि हम duplication करें वगैरह, हमें ज़रूरत नहीं है वहाँ पे. No replication of DNA upon no chromosomes are being duplicated. Granddaughter cells containing only 23 chromosomes have been formed. So that's how the sex cells work, and that's how all of the hereditary information being transferred through this process. So parent cell undergone two division. One division is the mitosis, and later on the mitosis itself, the resultant of the mitosis undergoes for the meiosis process, and the number become half. We know half of the chromosomes from the 23 and the 23 when they fuse together, so all of the chromosomes come close together, they exchange some of the chromosomal material by the process we call the crossing over, and that's how it transfers the traits, particular characteristics, because from the parents some traits come from the mother and some traits come from the father. It's because of the fact that half of the chromosomes come from one parent and the half chromosomes come from the another parent, and that's how the combination, the fusion between the two will result in the exchange of the traits because of this process of meiosis. So have a look at the crossing over. This is the crossing over, like they come together, they try to twist around each other, and then they transfer some of their particular areas, like you can see. So they exchange certain parts between them. Now we'll come to this whole process of like why we are concerned here, why we are studying these whole processes. For example, the cell division, cell cycle, the cell composition. So why we are studying them? We are studying them because we know that if we are working with the radiation, and the radiation can interact with our cells, with our human tissues. So we know that the basis for the cells are the molecules. The molecules are being brought together, forming the macromolecules, the larger molecules. Then the larger molecules, when they come, a lot of the macromolecules forms the particular organelle, and the organelles are important for the function of a single cell, and the single cells are very important for forming a tissue, and the tissues, the collection of the cells with a similar structure and function called tissues, and then the tissues are bound together to form organs, and then different organs perform the same function, form the organ system. We call it the this is the organs. This is the whole system that we have studied in the earlier lecture as well. Tissues and organs of the body include the stem cells and mature cells. So the stem cells are, for example, if we stem cells are the bone marrow cells. The bone marrow cells are very, very susceptible. They are very, very radiosensitive. As well as we are having the mature cells. For example, the bone cells or that of the muscle cells. They are mature. So the radiation when interact with the stem cells or either with the mature cells, both of them, the interaction will be different. Similar goes to the interaction of the radiation with the cytoplasm. For example, the cytoplasm, they interact with the lysosome, either they interact with the ribosomes, or either they interact with the mitochondria or the DNA. There is a difference between them as well. Why is that? It's because of the fact that different cells are different because certain things, the division. For example, I'll just simplify it. The genetic cells are being produced in the testes, the sperm cells, as well as the in the ovaries, the eggs are being produced. So they are very radiosensitive because they are going through the meiosis process, and by meiosis process the damage can happen to their DNA, and if the damage happens, so the resultant issue will be that there will be the damaged DNA will be transferred into the next generation, and the baby born will be having an issue. That's because the radiation has actually interacted with those cells. So that's why they are susceptible to radiation based on the degree of the radio sensitivity. So that's the particular term we call is the radio sensitivity. It's the radio sensitivity. The sensitivity of a particular tissue toward a radiation, the interaction of a radiation, like how much damage a particular radiation can cause to a particular, not a particular radiation, but any radiation can cause to a particular tissue or either cells. That's the radio sensitivity. So that's why it's very important to know all of the bases for the cell division, like the cell division happens as well as the lot of processes that happens, and that's how the importance of the radiobiology is there. Now there is an assignment in the last. I'll expect all of you guys. आप सबसे मैं ये उम्मीद रखता हूँ कि आप मुझे रिस्पॉन्स टू रेडिएशन इन रिलेशन टू द सेल टाइप्स, मुख्तलिफ सेल टाइप्स के हिसाब से रेडिएशन की रिस्पॉन्सेस क्या है, इस पे एक असाइनमेंट आप लिखें और ये मुझे सबमिट करें. थैंक यू वेरी मच.